Hey guys, this is Leathercraft 209. Just wanted to post a quick video showing the completed FitBit custom leather bracelet. In the last video I showed the bracelet completed, but I didn't have the attachments figured out and from the customer request. So just to show really quick the design of the finished product. The buttons. This is the button stud closure. And there's 6 holes. I need to punch one more. There's 7 holes, 7 holes right now, allowing for this to move. What I do recommend is once you get the sizing pretty close to what you want it, is to put some clear nail polish on the thread. So when you unscrew this, just put a little bit of clear nail polish or some temporary Loctite. They make a lighter version that basically will hold it, but you can also, with enough torque, it will unscrew if you needed to. But this will keep the ball from wanting to unscrew every once in a while, especially given this, which I'll explain in just a second. But yeah, so once you get the size, I would clear nail polish the thread, the threading, screw it on, and let it sit for a bit, just to kind of bind the screw. And with clear nail polish, like I said, you can always give it a little torque and it will come loose. But yeah, so this is a typical bracelet design I do with the adjustable button stud, and for most bracelets it just kind of pops over the top, and it just looks like that on the end. And the customer's concern for this specific project was that it would scratch up. Well, it has the potential to scratch up like a laptop or something while you're working, and the ball is on the surface. And also, there's some pressure on this. Now, I did switch out the screw from the last video. This is a flatter screw, but it's also a little bit larger in diameter. So, there's pros and cons to it. If you don't like this design, we could go back to the dome screw. So anyways, it's something to think about, especially once I explain this coming over the top, which sometimes it catches the lip of this, and yeah. But anyway, I'll explain that in just a second. All right, so yeah, so normally on my custom bracelets, this is how it looks. Custom designed, I just with something with a button stud, and of course if you had a snap closure too, the snap cap, the cap section would also be there, and you do have to be concerned a little bit about it scratching. Like a surface, like a laptop surface where the palm rest is. So it's just something to be aware of. So for this custom order, we designed this little sleeve with this little bump out here. And the idea of the sleeve is once you have it on your wrist, once you have it attached and it's on you, that you can take this and kind of slip it over the top. So I'll just show you really quick. Basically like that. Now, 2 things. One is you're going to have, depending on how tight the bracelet is on your wrist, you may have to work to get this on, right? Because if it's against your skin, you're going to have to be, pushing and pulling kind of. So it's just something to be aware of. The other thing is sometimes it was catching right here. So it might do that every once in a while, just be aware of it. And the solution to that I found is if you squeeze the edges, it kind of bows out the top and the bottom, and if you squeeze it, then you can just it gives it more room, I guess, to slide over. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, basically like that, on and off. And like I said, after a while, I use a little bit more flexible leather for this, so it will stretch just a little bit to make it easier to slide on and off now. And the reason for the bump out, just in case anyone's wondering, is just to make a little bit more secure hole, so that, because if this was flat, well, if it was flat, the ball would try to bump out anyway. But if it was flat, you'd have a chance of it shifting around a lot, and potentially, slipping off slipping off to the side when you don't want it to. So the idea of the bump out is just to kind of allow for the ball to, for it to rest on the ball and not slip around a whole lot. Alright guys, so this is the finished design, and you don't have to wait, like if you decide not to use this, let's say you're going to be doing something outdoors and you're not really worried about the ball scratching up the surface or work surface or whatever, you could always put this somewhere safe and just wear it how it is, just like that. It's a personal choice. You can always leave it on. It's up to you. The only other thing I wanted to talk about was sizing. So right now there's 6 holes in here. I think we're going to do 7, so I might add one more. But when I normally size a bracelet, I have let me grab it really quick. So I have this bracelet sizing tool. You can see I have marks down on it and tape, whatever, that I kind of, depending on the sizing. So usually when I size a bracelet, this is the 8.5 mark, and I'll kind of form it to that. Now the issue with the FitBit, with this bracelet specifically, is there's this room right there, and if you can see it, there's a gap because the design of the bracelet needs to be more oval, so it won't wrap around fully around the 8.5 mark, right, to get the perfect sizing. So just the caveat because of this bump out, it does throw off how I would normally measure. So this is pretty close. I mean, the 8.5 measurement is here. It's just you might have to play with it. So with the design with the Fitbit and how the mold kind of throws off the measurement of the wrist, it is actually the best and only way to probably do it is to do an adjustable button stud, because if you had attached 2 snaps and you bring it around to snap it and for whatever reason it's off by 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch, it could be too tight or too loose. I mean, depending on how you like it. And of course, the nice thing about the holes is, some people like to wear it looser, some people like to wear it tighter, depending on the day. So you can always unscrew it and move it down or up, depending on how you like. So anyway, guys, hopefully that makes sense about the sizing. You will have to play with that just a little bit, and I will add, I think we said we wanted 7 holes, maybe 6. I'll go back and look at the notes, but if it is 7, I'll add one more right there. But yeah, so that's how it's gonna look and work. Like I said, you'll have some issue when it's on your wrist, and your skin is against it, to get this to slide on and off all the time easy. But just kind of play with it. It is flexible. It will over time kind of mold and form. So, and same thing with the bracelet. It will form to your wrist, and you may end up moving this around over time as time goes by, just to get a fit you like. Anyway, guys, if you're interested in ordering something like this for the Fitbit, let me know. I am working on a different design just to. Well, there's another Fitbit that's come out also. It's a little bit wider and has a digital display on it. So I'm kind of brainstorming a way to kind of on the top have a little punch out for like the lights or the display. That's just a separate thing. If you wanted to do that, it wouldn't be as clean as this, and the tooling would obviously have a break in it, right? Like if I did a punch out for the display or the LED lights, you wouldn't have such a smooth design. But some people want to see the display or whatever. Alright, guys, if any questions, let me know. The link to my website is on the description. It is www.leathercraft209.com, and it has my contact information and email and stuff. So alright, take care.